What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. How is everybody doing here, man? How are we? We're a little bit earlier. I scheduled it for 9:45. I didn't know how long it was going to take. I was drafting, or not drafting. I was recording a video. Just got that finished. How are we doing? How is everybody going? I just hopped in here. I'm a little bit discombobulated here. Honestly, I just sort of sprinted to press the live button here. Have the volume going through my laptop. But how is everybody, dude? How is everybody going? How is everybody doing? How is everybody flowing? What's going on, man? What is going on, fellas? We got Neil Martin in here. We got X Pesky. We got Hassan. We got Steve calling me Classic Ron. What's going on? What's going on, fellas? We got Jimmy Cheese in here. We got Lincoln's Log. We got Elmer Alvarado. We got Matt in here. What's going on? We got Ants the King, Sam. We got Rohan, punctual as always. I mean, I scheduled it for like, I don't know. What did I do? I scheduled it for like 8:30, and I pushed it back. If you want to, honest to God, I got a bloody nose. That's really what happened. I was going to record at like 8, and then I got a bloody nose. I had to wait like 15 minutes, and I had to record. It just pushed everything back. It was annoying. But what's going on? What's going on? I think we're feeling good. August is almost over, man. August is almost over. I almost feel, I feel like, I don't know. My power source is, it's both ramping up and becoming the strongest it's ever been, but I also, I know, I feel like Anakin in Revenge of the Sith right now, okay? Like, everything's ramping up. I'm rabid right now. But I don't know where this ship goes. I really don't know. But what do we got? Thought this was at 8:45. I think, yeah, it was scheduled for 9:45 Eastern, and then I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. But punctual as always, you know me. Basement time, yes, sir, yes, sir. We got Infrared in here. We got Brandon Gianniscoli. What's going on, brother? Is tomorrow the last day of August? Maybe we'll do I'm telling you, we might do a long-ass stream tomorrow. I don't know how long. Like, tonight might be a quick, short one. I'm trying to debate, what I want to do posting wise right now. I have two videos in the hopper. So we're either going to post a second video today after we're done with the stream, or we're going to post one early in the morning and then another one tomorrow and then also stream. So I'm not really sure. I mean, that's like inside baseball, behind the scenes YouTube stuff, but we do have two videos. This is like, I'm usually a guy where I outline a video, record it, and then post it that same day. But with like the stream schedule and everything, and this being August, where I'm pushing harder than ever, like we legit have two videos ready to go right now that I just have to press public on, post or whatever. But what do we got, man? What do we got? We got Brett in here. We got the Fantasy Dog. We got Emmett. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Gas your boy Ron up with a like and a sub. Yeah, subscribe, leave a like, man. Go crazy on it. Do splits on the like button, bro. I won't judge. Your Acres taking your RB video was whack. God damn it, dude. God damn it, man. I got to reconsider everything. Trap X Nation in here. What's going on? We got Louis. The end is near. You got to ball out. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, we're going to ball out, dude. Oh, we're going to ball out so hard. Mr. September. I'm not really sure what the rebrand's going to be. It's crazy how fast the season's coming. Yeah, it is. JRD, what's going on, brother? BBM, most likely. They did drop a Rottweiler, but I think we're going to save that till tomorrow night. What else we got? Like Anakin murderous vibes. Spoiler alert. Come on now. I am in the dark side. That's what people don't understand about me. That's what they don't understand about me. Oh, dude, I'm pushing, I'm thrusting, I'm causing motion in the ocean harder than I ever have in my entire life right now, dude. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The running back tier video that you guys saw today, I wrote that outline after I got done with the stream last night, and I slept on the couch behind me. I hand up to God. Me and Winnie slept on the couch behind me last night. I was working on that outline till like 3 a.m. I got up, I ate, I recorded it, I got everything ready to go and posted it. That's how locked in we've been this August. But look, man, I'm not asking for no praises. I really do this. We're here. It's August. We're posting videos. We're not messing around. But with that being said, let's hop into a BBM, I think. Yeah, let's hop into a BBM. I think that is the play. I think that's the play. Also, make sure, like, I don't know, dude. Sometimes the stream has like a crazy delay. Put it on like if you put it on 2x, it'll get me as like up to speed as possible for your stream. Now we're gonna hop on Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy, the biggest, best ball platform in the world. They are the #1 sponsor for the Ron Stewart channel. Give it up for Underdog Fantasy, the best in the business. Underdog Fantasy, it's a best ball platform. You go on there, you draft best ball teams. What's best ball? It sets your lineup for you. It's a beautiful thing. You draft your team and that's it. There's no trades, there's no waivers, there's no setting your lineup. You draft it and that's it. We've been hopping into these every single day since, I don't know, August 3rd at this point. I'm losing track. But make sure you check it out. Underdog Fantasy, promo code RON. When you use promo code RON on Underdog Fantasy and deposit for the first time, they will match your deposit up to $100, which is really nice. I have a link in the description. I have a link pinned in the live chat right now. So like wherever you're typing the live chat, it's pinned right there. You can click it. It'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code RON. It'll match your deposit up to $100. And I'll have that link pinned in the top of the comment section down below as well. So you can hop here and get drafts done with us all summer long. All right. So here we are. I don't think we're going to rip one today. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see. If it's over like 9, if it's over, we're just gonna look, fellas. We're just gonna put the tip in. We're gonna press yes. We're gonna see if the 350 is like look. If I'm like the 12th guy and it gets us in there, fine. But I'm just gonna be honest. Most likely we're going to leave this draft and do a BBM. Okay. Most likely we're gonna leave and do a BBM. But let's just see. Wow, waiting for one person. Oh, okay. I think that we're going to be able to do this, fellas. Waiting for one person. All right. Sorry to do the pump fake on you, Brandon. I know that people wanted the BMW. Or not the BMW, the BBM. This guy hit me with the BBW in the chat. Yeah, I know Brandon was hitting me with the BBM. But, fellas, this thing's going to fill, huh? Should I start campaigning on Twitter here? Should I start campaigning on Twitter? I think I probably should. Let's campaign on Twitter, huh? What do you guys think? Do people want this in the chat? $350? $350 high stakes? People want this? I think people want this. Let's see. Are people... I think people want this. Okay. Yeah. It seems like you guys are down for now, I really should have made the title something that led on that this is going to be a high stakes draft, but I wasn't expecting this to fill really at all. All right, so people want to see this. Okay, cool. I don't know, dude. We're waiting on one person. I mean, come on. Need one more in the Rottweiler. I'm just gonna add Underdog Fantasy and Rudman. I'm sorry, Rudman. I don't even really know Rudman personally, but he's been the boy in terms of figuring out how to get these filled and like pushing these in terms of in front of the right eyes. Common Ron W. Brandon wants a BBM. How about you do a $4 and send me $3.45? Yeah, maybe, brother. All right, so while we wait for this to fill, if any of you guys want to hop in, I mean, $350, I do understand it is steep. I'm really doing it for the content so you guys can see it, you know, raise the stakes, see what happens. I also saw, I'm going to be honest with you guys, Mason absolutely raked on these high stakes contests last year. I'm trying to do the same. I think, I don't really know what the EV calculation is, but it just feels like it's less of a huge upside swing. And I think you can net some pretty big profit in the high stakes stuff, just because they're smaller tournaments. Like there's less than 1,000 guys in this one, and first place gets 75,000. Come on now. Come on now. Somebody hop in here. All right, we're in. Somebody got it. People said it's entertaining and we appreciate it. All right, perfect. That's what I figured, man. It does suck because I know that some of you guys probably want to draft with me. But it just, oh geez, dude. Oh man, this is the red badge brigade, fellas. Oh my god. Look at, dude, I've never seen a room with this many red badges. Hold up. Look at this, fellas. And I don't mind the 9 spot. I don't mind the 9 spot. I would love if we got Bijan here. Look at how many red badges are in here. I know C. Surum, that's, I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's Peter Jennings. He's won a bunch of high stakes stuff, and he also, I think he owned, like, Action Network at some point. I don't recognize any of them, but I think that we have, how many? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red badges in here. All right, people are saying common Ron W. All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet. I do appreciate, that was, I mean, I know I said one thing and I did another, so I felt kind of bad, but I'm glad that you guys are down to just roll with the punches today. But how is everybody, man? This is going to be fun. This is a $350 draft here on Underdog Fantasy. So this should be good, man. This should be good. I should probably lock in a bit more than I am currently. But let's lock in, huh? What are our thoughts for this 9 pick here? I saw this question earlier from you, Will. You said, BBM, how much are you worrying about bye week? Pretty much never. Pretty much never. The only time I'm worrying about bye weeks is, damn it, Bijan went 5th. But the only time that I'm worrying about bye weeks is if it makes it so I can't start a position, right? So if you draft 5 running backs, you have to start 2 on a weekly basis. If you have 4 of the same bye weeks, that's an issue, right? The extreme. So if you have 2 quarterbacks and they both have the same bye week, that's an issue. But as long as I can start the minimum every single week, I don't care. So I hope that answers the question. I do. Super chat rank 1 to 3. God damn it, dude. These are always so weird. They're like combinations of players. Kupp Jacobs, Hill Jacobs, or Bijan Wilson. I don't know. They're all pretty much the same. Hill and Jacobs and Kupp Jacobs are the same for me. Wow. So we're gonna have to take 109 Kelsey here, fellas. We're gonna have to take 109 Kelsey. I think that it's just too far in one of these contests. A 109 Kelsey also really raises your floor, or just an elite tight end in general. But I think I would go Hill Jacobs there. But I do appreciate the super chat, man. What does red badges mean? It means you've drafted in a ton of these drafts. And I know Pesky was saying, I can't find the comment right now, but was saying I got to put Garrett Wilson up higher. I put Garrett Wilson ahead of A.J. Brown now. I put him ahead of A.J. Brown now. I want to put him up higher. I do think it's very tough to have him higher than Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, or CeeDee Lamb right now, but I can see it. They're all in the same tier for me. I mean, this guy just took Garrett Wilson 8th overall on a 350 here. People want Akers. Dude, I'm not taking Akers. How do you go Bijan before Kupp or Kelsey? You tell me. Some people in my comments love to ask if it's chill if they take Bijan 101 pretty much. Who's your lowest RB in your range you would take as your 1 in a hero RB build? I can honestly make anything work, man. I can make anything work, but I would say probably like Gibbs. Probably Gibbs, Ramondre. I'm trying to think. No, probably, I mean, yeah, probably Gibbs, Ramondre. It's probably where the cutoff is for me. Let's see. We got to start scheming about what we want to do when it comes back to us. So we have Kelsey. I would love if A.J. Brown got back to us. And I have to say, if Chubb got here, I would take him as well. I would take Chubb or A.J. Brown, but I don't think we're going to get him. Is this J-Brick Neal guy going to just auto? Oh, jeez, dude. Let me get A.J. Brown. Come on. Jennings, don't take him, man. Don't do it. He wants a running back. Damn. And Pollard's already gone. All right, we're going to go with the olds here. We're going to go Devontae Adams. Saquon's staring me down there, but I do like Devontae Adams a bit more there. I think we're going to like the running back value later on. Yeah, I mean, I don't love the Kelsey builds either, but at 109, I'm taking Kelsey. Head of A.J. Brown is good, bro. I can see him and Adams as a toss-up, but I get it. Yeah, that look, when we moved him ahead of A.J. Brown, we're going to keep inching him up. I want to get him to a spot where we're not drafting him in every single draft, but he's a little bit more of a priority. So I do agree. Like, I think that the case for him is very clear. It's just uncomfortable to put him up any higher. But it's one of those situations where I remember Jefferson in year 2. I regretted not taking more of because we were drafting like A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf over him at that turn just because they were more certain things. But that ended up being a regret for me. What else we got? People wanted Mahomes. I can't do it at 9. I don't think he's going to come back to us, though. Yeah, I went Adams. It would have been fun doing A.J. Brown just because that would have been so rare. But yeah, to me, I went Adams. I think you can make a case for Saquon there, but I prefer the running backs in this late third area than the wide receivers. We're going to pray Mahomes makes it back, but I can't see it. I can't imagine that he does. If you have Trevor Lawrence, would you stack him with Ridley over Devonta Smith as your wide receiver 2? Yeah, because I have them both in the same tier. So I'm down to break that tie. What a weird start. Jamar Chase, Andrews, Lamar. I don't love that. Gibbs will come back to you. We'll see. I thought your James Cook take was good for keeping him in perspective. Thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Imagine auto-drafting in a $350 game. Yeah, I don't understand that at all, but yeah, there goes Mahomes. I knew that he wasn't making it back. I have Gibbs over Ramondre as of right now, yes, but in half PPR, I think you can make a case for Ramondre. Why have the podcast feeds upload stopped? Just not worth the time. I want to. It's just that August has been so hectic. It's been so hard to keep up with it on top of streaming and posting every day, but I do have plans soon to get back to posting on that consistently. Really just laziness, to be honest. Or not laziness, but it's really tough to find the time to do it. Don't love the 230-plus guys. Yeah. I don't love it either, but I'm also fine with it. I don't think it's a huge deal. We're going to get young as we go. Ron, you watch Hard Knocks yet? No, I've been sleeping on it. Thank you for the super chat, Jack. You said 10th pick in a league. I guess you're asking which one of these I like. Feels I do appreciate you guys. But it's tough for me to have real input on a like 2v2v2 mock draft sort of thing. Like those guys I all have in the same tier. But let's see. So Gibbs or Ramondre here. We're gonna go Gibbs. Let's go Gibbs. Pick 33 feels about right for him. Take an upside swing at running back. Sort of was always going to be what we did here. But, like, I guess if I had to pick between those, so it's just it's pretty much who would you rather have, Waddle, Mahomes, or Andrews? Waddle in that exact order, to be honest. Thoughts on drafting from the 1-2 turn in a home league? CD falls. Can I take CD and Pollard? Yeah, you can take CD and Pollard. It's not a huge deal. You said worried running backs are going to be gone. I mean, 3-4 is where I've been taking a lot of running backs, but it really just depends on what your league is. To me, like I said, though, CD and Pollard isn't a good or bad thing, really. Did I miss it? No, this is the $350 draft on, they just dropped this new Rottweiler contest. Man. Kind of love the idea of going Breece Hall here. But I'm going to chill with that. And we'll go with Christian Watson. We'll see what makes it back. Christian Watson's a fun upside swing there. I debated Breece Hall and kind of going with like this modified double hero, but we have been taking Breece a bunch. And I do want to get weird and see if he comes back. Oh, he goes right after. Maybe I should have gone Breece there. Maybe I should have gone Breece. What did we think about that? Was that a mistake? I feel like we're going to really like one of Dameon Pierce or one of Dameon Pierce or J.K. Dobbins at this 5-6 turn. I do. We're getting massive W's from Jack from the 2. You said Devonta the victim of Ridley's rise in ADP. I think it's more T. Higgins, but yeah, just about. You said Team 12 is RB heavy, but 6 picks overall. Yeah, I mean, that's a fun start. Peter Jennings sort of going 0 RB here. One spot kind of going 0 RB as well. But yeah, this is the $350 draft for anybody that's curious. Do your rankings change much for standard scoring leagues? I guess just the running backs get pushed up, and you want to end up drafting less wide receivers. My head hurts from your JT shares. He was always a full fade, brother. Nah, that's hindsight. I have to say, fellas, I don't know. It's just the, I want to get to as many comments as I can. Oh yeah, just keep them as short-winded as you can. I can't read through a whole paragraph because it just gets tough to even keep track of what you're asking. You said I was drafting at the 1-2 turn in your home league and didn't realize Cup was available and took Diggs, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Should I kill myself? No, but I would be. I mean, you guys know how crazy I get when like I make a pick that I instantly regret. Like, god damn, I'd be on my hands and knees praying for the backsies. I would be praying. Does Watson have? I mean, this is a pretty crazy. I mean, that's a pretty crazy way to spin Christian Watson. I mean, he had like 6 pretty good games. He was a monster. On a per-out basis, he was elite. I don't know. I like betting on Christian Watson, especially in best ball where single-week upside is king and he's an absolute monster. I think that he's also going to be like the only target on that team that has over 100 targets. Yeah, I don't know. At least Jordan Love's he at least has upside. I actually just talked about this in the video I just recorded, but he's at least a question mark, which is good, right? Like it's not a known. It's not like it's Jacoby Brissett at quarterback and it's just, it just is what it is. There's at least an out here where like things can go right and he smashes, Damn, I would have loved Justin Herbert made it back to us. So we have the option of like Judy, Godwin, Dameon Pierce, Trevor Lawrence goes. Okay, so we're completely locked out of QB. We're going to take Judy and then see what makes it back to us. I know that Judy doesn't feel good to take right now, but in the 5th round, I really have no issue with Judy. I like this 5-6 turn price. We're playing for end-of-season outcomes anyways. And I think our wide receiver room is going to be stacked enough to kind of carry Judy to where we need him to be. I imagine that was Pete's pick. See Surham here. He goes Waller. If we get sniped on both Dobbins and Pierce, I will swallow this microphone. Tear it up live. Akers legendary upside, not in my opinion, but who knows, man. Think Devontae Adams over Amon-Ra St. Brown? No. I just didn't have an option to take Amon-Ra St. Brown there. Home league turned our league to 6-point passing TD, rushing yards. What the hell, dude? How would you adjust your rankings for a draft, dude? Oh, man, I don't know, man. 6-point TD. So I guess I would put pocket QBs a little bit higher. Rushing yards is 0.15. So that's what a bonus on. That's more than just 0.1. And then bonuses for 40, 50-yard TD receptions. Probably going to move up your statue quarterbacks. And then also want to draft probably more running backs early. I think that's probably about it. And there goes Dameon Pierce. Damn, I would have loved Dameon Pierce, but it's all good. We'll take Dobbins. And that's kind of how I wanted to play that turn. Was take whoever came back between Pierce and Dobbins and feel just fine about it. So through 6 here, we have Kelsey, Devontae Adams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian Watson, Jerry Jeudy, J.K. Dobbins. I feel pretty decent about it. Getting Chase and Adams in the same draft really good. You mean like Jamar Chase and Devontae Adams? Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. Dream trade destination for JT? I would prefer Miami. Thousand drafts. You ever get bored? Nah. I mean, I think I've done like 300 this year. Something crazy. What else we got? Said Watson will be fine in a LaFleur offense. It's actually being ran. Yeah, like LaFleur is a pretty decent like coordinator, like play caller. Gibbs 2-3 turner reach. Yeah, in a 10-man half PPR, I can't put my stamp of approval on Gibbs 2-3 turn. Just joined. Was Kelsey your first pick? Yes, sir. You said your thoughts on it. If Jonathan Taylor makes it back to us, fellas, if Jonathan Taylor makes it back to us, I think we take him. I think we will. If he does, I'll put that on everything, fellas. If JT makes it to this 81 spot, I will take Jonathan Taylor. I will. I will. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but I will. Do we have your stamp of approval, fellas? If Jonathan Taylor gets to this 81 pick, can I take Jonathan Taylor without getting roasted in the chat? Can I? Let me know. Because I would like to. Please don't auto yours. Okay. Okay. What's it going to be, W Dunks? What's it going to be, brother? Oh! And JT goes, man. Man. All right. All right. It was never meant to be anyways. Pitt's gone. I don't want any of these wide receivers, really. We're going to go Elijah Moore in the 7th and see, you know, if Deshaun Watson makes it back to us after the turn, we'll debate Deshaun Watson. It's a very wide receiver hungry room here. I have Elijah Moore ahead of Brandon Cooks and Cortland Sutton, so I don't feel weird about that at all. But, man, I would have loved it, fellas. I would have really loved getting JT there. I would have. Man, oh man, I would have loved it. People were saying don't do it. Yeah, I don't know. In a $350 league, I'm down in the 7th round. I'm down to take Taylor there. Just monster upside. Wow, so Peter Jennings here goes with a like bully tight end build, like bully tight end 0 RB. Like I said earlier, C. Surham, he's a big time player. I think that he's taken down one of these tournaments before. I know that he's taken down like high stakes redraft stuff for like 6 figures. He's really sharp. He's like friends with Overzet. His name's Peter Jennings, I believe. He'll play 4 less games because it's best ball, and you can just kind of patch it together until he comes back, and then he can just be absolutely a monster. That would have been sick in best ball. Yeah, I agree. In best ball, I think in best ball, I'm more willing to take him earlier. Man, I would have loved JT to get there, but, you know. If only's unjust were cherries and nuts, huh, fellas? So I had an old math teacher. I used to always say that, and it would crack me up. So there goes Swift. I don't take a ton of Rachaad White, but we're going to take Rachaad White here. Something that's funny is like the discrepancy. You don't usually see discrepancy this wide. I don't even love Rachaad White, but 8th round Rachaad White is like kind of absurd where you can get an underdog, right? So we get him, his ADP is 83.5. On these high stakes sites, like even NFC, which is like more wide receiver heavy, he's a 6th round pick on these high stakes sites. So it is really interesting. You could have talked me in to taking Bateman. I think Bateman would have been a nice pick, but he is my highest drafted wide receiver. An 8th round felt a little bit steep for him. But yeah, Rachaad White in the 8th round on underdog, I think is kind of a smash pick. Like I don't even love, like we talked through Rachaad White today in our running back tiers video. I don't even really love Rachaad White, but again, he is he goes much higher than that in your high stakes format. What else we have in here? Nah, nobody's ever undraftable, Randy. Everybody has a price. Your homely, you got sniped out of Brees and had to pivot to Moore/Fields. Keenan was on the board. Did I make the right move? Sadly, you did not, my brother. Hemi Neutron, I would have gone Keenan Allen there. But, I mean, it happens to the best of us, man. I mean, I don't got all the answers. He's watching your stream? He might be. Oh, CSU Rams. I think that would make sense. CSU Ram 88. I'm such an idiot. I was saying like C Serum. I was like, what the fuck is that? But CSU Ram probably graduated in 88. That's actually a great call there. Pick 71 was insane value. Oh my god, we're still talking about Cam Akers, dude. If only isn't just for cherries and nuts, dude. He said, if only isn't just for cherries and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. That's what he would always say. Made me crack up every time. What else we got, Ron? How you feeling about Myles Gaskin signing with the Vikings? I feel like he'll slot into the RB2 slot easily for them. My guess is Ty Chandler remains the receiving back and Gaskin mixes in between the tackles. I don't think he's going to be the right away RB2, no. But he can definitely mix in. Anyone else seem concerned about Ridley? Dude seems like a head case. I mean, that's sort of insensitive. I'm not all that concerned about Ridley's headspace. Why is Khalil going so late? Just RB, just Fields eat up the rushes. I mean, what's your definition of so late? I mean, like 8th round is I mean, that's about as early as I can stomach taking Khalil Herbert. You said you wish you were in one of these doofus leagues. What do you mean by that? Ron, if you win big money this year, are you getting tickets to the Super Bowl? I don't know. I mean, what kind of big money are we talking about? Alzamos? What kind of big money are we talking about? Tell me, give me a figure for how much money that we won, and I'll tell you exactly what I would do with it. Let's see. Let's see what W Dunks does here. I really only have one clear pick on the board right now. I'm going to be sort of reeling if he takes him. And he goes Freiermuth. Okay, so we're gonna go A-Rich. We don't have any options at QB. Yeah, I mean, A-Rich has super high upside. I kind of love Richardson even more now that JT's not there. And I have like 2 wide receivers I like the idea of taking. Oh, and we start a little QB run here. By the way, just found your channel earlier this week, and it is great content. Thank you, Jack. I do appreciate that, man. We got Caesar in here. Let me ask the real question. Chipotle or Chick-fil-A? Probably Chipotle for me, man. I actually had a bowl today, dude. Randy, I love you, my brother, but here's the case for JT, man. Like you aren't in that building. You don't know if the relationship is done. The case for drafting JT is this. When he's on the field, he's an RB1 in fantasy. He could be on the field weeks 5 through 17 for the Colts and be an RB1 in fantasy. He could still get traded to the Miami Dolphins, be an RB1 in fantasy from weeks 5 through 17. And that's the reason to draft him. So at a certain point, you have to weigh the odds. You seem, I mean, you're operating with a lot of certainty here. Now, Randy, you are the boy. You're in these chats a bunch, so I don't mean to, I'm not trying to, what am I trying to say? I'm just having, it's just in the you know, the light of debate here. Let's go Romeo Dobbs. I don't take him a ton, but I think that he's a decent pick. There is upside. You just have to weigh at what point would you pay that price. Like I think it's naive to say that 100% he's not playing, because there is no 100% of anything. So you have to kind of weigh out. Like, to me, pick 81 would have been where, okay, We're now talking about taking James Conner and DeAndre Swift and Rashad White and Alvin Kamara over Jonathan Taylor. I can't quite get there. And just knowing what he can give you in the playoffs and just from week 10 on, or when he gets back from PUP or whatever, I mean, there's a lot of profit to be had there. And I play to win. I play to win the game. I shoot for maximum upside. And at a certain point, like, there's never, ever been a guy that I say, okay, I can't draft him anymore. Unless if he's like a scrub, There's always going to be a price that I will pay, especially in best ball. Especially in best ball where, we don't have to necessarily eat those weeks early on. Like, we're going to get someone, we have Dobbins ahead. We had Jahmyr Gibbs ahead in this case. So we wouldn't be taking complete zeros or looking to waivers for options there. And when the playoff weeks matter so much, like this is just in terms of underdog. If you want to say in home league drafts, it's even tougher. I do get that. Home league drafts, it's tough because managed leagues, you're going to have to really string stuff together to make it work. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there's 100% a possibility that he doesn't even step on a football field this year. And it's all a part of the range of outcomes. I just don't think that there is, I just don't have much certainty on what the outcome is. Why do you hate Akers? I mean, I went over it today. I mean, I don't hate him, dude, but I mean, he tore his Achilles. He's never caught passes. He's in an awful offense. He's never really been efficient. He was only the RB5 down the stretch last year because of an insane touchdown run where he had the most rushing touchdowns in football. He's just not a guy I want to take in the 6th round. I just cannot. I can't get there. I can't do it. You said if you win $250K this year, what are you splurging on? $250K. It's a boring answer, but I would probably look into some real estate. Real estate would probably be the first thing, and then I would go from there. $250K is one of those sums of money where it's not enough for me to I couldn't retire with that money. I'd probably put a lot of it into real estate / a house where I could have a place that's almost centered around my workplace, if that makes sense. I could have a real cool studio in a house and own that property. That's sort of it's not the most electric answer of all time, but that's where my head goes. Let's go with Devin Achane, man. Let's go Devin Achane. We're drafting even more Devin Achane these days. We have the Baltimore stuff here. It's kind of a 0 RB team. I'm not quite sure what this is. We're probably going to end up with 3 QBs, but you could convince me to take another here. I do kind of wish I took Goff there and just ended my QBs there, but we'll see. We'll see what makes it back to us around this turn. If Goff makes it back, I'll debate taking him. I think CSU Ram's going to do the good old. I think he's going to do the good old Alan Lazard to Aaron Rodgers thing here on the turn. Dobbs and Watson? Yeah, I think that's a fine thing to do. We can always go with Jordan Love later or something. Who's your current NFL player you'd be the most geeked to meet IRL? Probably Aaron Rodgers. Probably Aaron Rodgers, man. I think I'd be pretty starstruck. How's it going, Cameron? What's going on? You said Ridley had mental health issues 2 years ago. Why wouldn't anyone be concerned? Well, he took a 1.5 years off of football, and he sought out counseling. So I will trust that he's in a better place now. Bigger basement? Yeah, exactly. That's what it would be. I would go... I mean, I'd probably have, a pretty crazy, boys trip. Yeah, hookers and cocaine. Not quite that. But, yeah. Probably get some new golf clubs, get some fitted clubs, go crazy on them. We're going to go Russell Wilson here. We have Jerry Jeudy. That's our next best option after Jared Goff, which I wish we got Jared Goff there. Yeah, let's go Russ. I'm trying to think through... Yeah, let's go Russ, and then our last QB that I think we're going to want to try and get is Jordan Love on that next turn. See if we can get him there. And then we have Green Bay. We'd like to get some Minnesota. We'd like to get some Chargers. And we'd like to get some Colts and Raiders. Okay. What else we got in here? What does a decent house go for in your area? 350K? I'm not sure. I'm talking my ass there. I don't understand enough. Based around saving money. What would you buy if you won BBM4? I've talked about this before, but if I won BBM4, I would start a golf channel. And I would save a lot of money so that I could justify putting my time and effort into some golf content. I would love to make some golf content. Yeah, I was looking at golf. I wish I took golf there. I did. There wasn't a single running back taken on that turn. I wish that I went golf and then pushed A-Chain past it. That'll be a sliding doors moment in this draft. But here we are. Sauce or PS2? What do you mean PS2? Am I an idiot for not knowing what PS2 is? Like, do you mean a PlayStation, like Sauce Gardner or PlayStation 2? Because if that's the question, then it's Sauce Gardner over a PlayStation 2. Ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers? That would be funny. We got Tom in here. What's going on, brother? You should read the letter Calvin Ridley wrote. Yeah, I heard it was just like a dark time for him, man. It's, I mean, I imagine, I don't want to make any assumptions, but I imagine that he had adversity growing up, man. He was so old in high school, so I don't know if it was getting held back or if he had something going on. Like, I truly don't know the story, so I don't want to speculate. But he was so old in high school that he couldn't play his senior year of high school. He was like, I think he was like a 19-year-old senior, like a 20-year-old senior, which means maybe you got held back or you had to like transfer schools or something. Like usually something went wrong in your childhood if you're that old as a senior in high school. You balled out every stretch of the way. Like it happens, man. PS2 is Patrick Surtain Jr.? Oh, you're asking who's better? I mean, I'm a Jets fan, so I'll say Sauce. Dude, I didn't know that Surtain's... I mean, I can tell you that he went... I think Surtain went over Justin Fields to the Broncos in a draft class. I believe that they should have taken Justin Fields over him out of Alabama. His father, I think, also played football. I know who Pat Surtain is. I don't know the nickname. What's your handicap? I played to a 7 a few years back, dude. I just started golfing in the spring. It's a win for me if I use one golf ball on a hole. That's where I'm at. I don't even know how handicap works, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even know what handicap is or how that works. Damn, I don't know ball, man. I do not know ball. You guys got me. Damn it. What's your history with? Yeah, like I said, I just started this spring. I've gotten into it. I've hit the range a bunch. Have gone crazy. I've not gone crazy. I've hit the range a bunch. I've gone to play 18 a bunch, and I suck. But I want to get better. I'm trying my hardest to get better. What do we got, CSU Ram? What do you got? He's going to time out here. He goes Hodgins. All right, give me Alec Pierce. All right, so we stacked Alec Pierce to Anthony Richardson. I don't know how we're going to land the plane here, guys. So we have 3 QBs. I think we're probably going to aim for just a 3-6-7-2. Just go very vanilla here. I think 3-6-7-2 probably makes the most sense. Let me see. Let's see. If anybody's wondering, I'm checking that TJ Hernandez bookmark that I have in terms of optimal advance rate structures. I'm trying to see in terms of 3 QB builds, what's the best. I think it's 3-6-7-2. Let's see. Oh, it's actually 3-5-7-3, but I don't think our running backs are strong enough for that. Yeah, 3-6-7-2 is the way we're going to go. But what else we got here? What else we got? Hello, Ron. Can you show the top of the draft board? Yeah, I got you. We went with, out of the 9 spot, this is a $350 draft on Underdog. We have Kelsey, Devontae Adams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian Watson, Jerry Jeudy, J.K. Dobbins, Elijah Moore, Rachaad White, A-Rich, Romeo Doubs, Devin A-Chain, Russell Wilson, Jordan Love, Alec Pierce. Let's scoot this up. All right. What else we got? What else we got? How many shots over par you shoot on average, huh? Respectfully, but how do you expect to make golf content then? I mean, that's the beauty of it. I mean, the idea would be that I would start from being just an absolute casual, and I would document my entire journey from going from casual ass golfer. I would make some, like, I think it would be funny content. I think that I'm, have gotten to a spot where I'm decent on camera and I have an eye for what would be good for content. And then it would just, it would be almost a log in a journal of me just getting better and getting to a spot where I would actually be good, you know? The goal, I mean, scratch golfer is so insane, but it would be, like, the goal would be to, like, eventually, like, break 90 and that kind of stuff. Did you play any sports in high school? I played basketball and lacrosse in high school. I played football all the way up until high school, like through middle school. But I bruised my rib once, and that was it for me. I decided I was done. How far do you leave Kamara? Let Kamara fall in a standard league? I'm drafting now. Probably like 7th round. So let's see what we got here. Just going to be honest, I want Dolchich pretty bad. So let's think. We need Vegas. So we could go like Mayer. Chargers, we could go with like a Spiller. And then Vikings, we could go with like a Ty Chandler. We have how many picks left? We have 4. So this one does not have to be anything special. Deuce Vaughn, Gus Edwards. So we only have 2 more running backs we can take. I kind of know who I want them both to be at this point. Let's just go with a random wide receiver then. I mean, Rashid Shaheed, Devontae Parker. Let's go Rashid Shaheed. I mean, we have a Tampa Bay and Rachaad White, so we get some correlation there. Now we're done at wide receiver. Hope nobody is drafting with us here because the last 3 guys I want are Chandler, Mayer, and then one of, Josh Kelly or Spiller. Just to get some Week 17 correlation because we push this bad boy deep in here. Could talk me into not going as heavy on correlation here, though. Like, we don't need Josh Kelly. We can kind of wait until this next turn. 201, 204. 184 here. Yeah, I'll probably sit out on doing the Spiller thing now that I'm thinking about it. We already do have a Las Vegas bring back on Richardson as well. All right, but we are done at wide receiver. I think that this is probably going to be Chuba Hubbard or Deonta Foreman, one or the other here. Do we have anything going on in either of those games? Chicago, Atlanta, no. Chicago, Atlanta, Carolina, Jaguars. No, we got nothing. Probably gonna go Deonta Foreman if he makes it here. All right, so let's see this pick first. So he goes Slayton. Okay, so we're going to go Deonta Foreman here. And then we have 2 guys we'd really like on the way back, but it's not the end of the world if they don't get there. When's our next pick? 201. Okay, we'll see. I don't know that he's going to get there, but We'll see. All right, so we got a couple of things that I got to look at here. We got a super chat. You said 10 rate my team, half PPR, 10 team. It's tough to know without knowing how many wide receivers are flexes, my brother, but in terms of value, I mean, 5th round Keenan Allen is ridiculous. I don't love Sanders or Connor. It's tough to know without knowing how many wide receiver spots, Jeff. I don't love it. Really, just the issue for me is I think you took too many running backs in that area. But it's tough to say for certain how I feel without knowing how many wide receivers and flex spots you have. People are saying Mason had a same start through 4. That's interesting. Who would have thought? Do you think Roshan has any upside? I do. My guy Hooper, you know what's up. I mean, I'm decent. I don't have a shot. I'm just a 6'3" big man that gets rebounds, blocks. Got a decent little post bag too. How do you get into data and analytics and modeling for fantasy football? Kind of just over the years, seeing what works, what actually correlates, what stats are sticky. Player profile is a good spot to start. Rotoviz is another good spot to start. We'll definitely be doing a high-stakes draft soon. Do you think the importance of correlation is getting too overblown? Probably. Show squad after this pick. All right, I got you. And then I'll get to these 2 super chats. Just give me a second. Here's a squad on the side here. We're at a 3-5-7-1. We have A-Rich, Russ, Jordan Love, Gibbs, Dobbins, Rashad White, A-Chain, Foreman, Devontae Adams, Christian Watson, Judy, Elijah Moore, Dobbs, Pierce, Rashid Shaheed, and then Travis Kelce as our tight end. But what do we got here? 12-team PPR and quarter point per rush? God damn. All right, so we'll take Ty Chandler here, and we'll see what makes it back to us. So make sure there wasn't a running back that I passed on that. I felt like I'd be an idiot to do so for, but no. How much would you push up running back? And 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, but you had a quarter point per rush? I would still want to avoid the middle round ones, but I would make an extra emphasis to draft running back, 1 or 2 of them in the first 3 rounds. So, you can push up all the running backs. I think you can make a case for McCaffrey at 101 there. I think you can move up, Eckler. You can move up Bijan. You definitely want to probably come out of the first 2 rounds with a running back in that format, but you still do want to draft wide receivers through the flex, plus 1 or 2 through 10 there. Thoughts on being 1 in draft and who you going with? What? Oh, thoughts on being the 101? I like being the 101, and I like Jefferson there. All right, so let's put this here. To do the golf content, I'm sure plenty of people doubted your fantasy content. Yeah, no, I didn't even really mean to pick on that guy. I know sometimes, I don't know. I try as hard as I can to not come off like an asshole. Sometimes I do think I didn't snap at the guy, but I think I could have answered that more nicely. But I don't take anything. I don't take anything by it. It's correct to be like, oh, you don't even really golf. Like, why would you make golf content? But I think that's kind of the beauty of it. I think people would enjoy sort of seeing somebody's like full journey. Kind of go through here. All right, let's go Michael Mayer, dude. I kind of absolutely love this team, bro. I kind of actually love this team. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but trust Richardson as a QB2 and Superflex? Oh, yeah, all day, man. The Kelce build really hampers your strength everywhere else. It does, but we do have like a pretty monstrous tight end advantage there. Yeah, see, these are so tough, man. Like, there's so many players listed. Like, this is such a thick comment, man, that it's like, it's a lot to sift through. NMB, like these are the type of comments that sometimes I'll skip, and then I see you guys like you keep putting them in here like after a couple minutes, and I see it, so I'll definitely end up responding eventually. But it's like I don't know what I'm looking at here, man. It's a super flex. You have Hurts, Dobbins, Charbonnet, Waddle, Cooper. Like I don't know what the starting lineup is. You got a ton of. I mean, I don't think that you got to do any trades. And I don't know what your starting lineup is either. So it's just like, I don't know what I'm looking at, you know? Or I guess this is the starting lineup where you have Dobbins and Charbonnet as your starting 2 running backs. You have Waddle, Cooper, Godwin, Kincaid, Deontay Johnson in the flex. You have, behind that, you have Christian Kirk, Elijah Moore, A-Chain, Roshan. I mean, you could maybe slip out like a Kirk or an Elijah Moore and try and get a running back, but that's a pretty aggressive 0 RB Superflex team. But I kind of like it. Like Hurts and Allen, it means you're stacked at QBs. I mean, RB2 you've kind of punted, but I think you can get away with it in that spot. Yeah, I mean, Rohan honestly is onto something there. We literally have a Rate My Team section in the Discord that's like much more it's much more responsive and easier to go through, where you can just take a screenshot. Like, just like reading through, you know, like it's just tough in text form. It's tough in text form. I have to see what the roster looks like in the spots. I don't know. It's just kind of where my brain works. So, and it's hard to really give much input. I mean, I still do it because you guys are the boys. And I'm not just going to be like, screw off, but you said people are soft 100% send the golf content. Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't, I mean, it was a good it was a fair question to say, you know, you're not a golfer, how are you going to make content? But it would just be from a unique angle. And I think golf is so hot in terms of posting on TikTok and stuff. Like, that would be the other thing in terms of, like, you know, if I won $3 million, it would be investing into it, where I would invest in equipment where I could just take a stand with me, record it, and then you also then need to pay an editor, which is probably going to be the biggest expense, where an editor does, like, you know, the ball tracking, you know, puts like a thing in the top right, and then, you know, have somebody that posts that on TikTok. So it would be like an expense. It would be like a passion expense, but I think it would be cool. But that's only if we hit the 3 milli in a BBM. But like, that's what I would want to do. I think it would be fun to try and start that from scratch. You said the plane has landed. Yeah, I kind of love where we ended up here, man. I kind of love this team. Let's look at it in its complete full form here. Yeah, somebody in here was saying that he doesn't trust Wilson. He trusts Wilson a ton, man. I think Wilson's the only guy that he does trust outside of Randall Cobb. Where Josh Norris made a good point. I talked about it in the wide receiver video, but Garrett Wilson's preseason touchdown was, like, most likely, like, Rodgers has these things with his number 1 receiver, like we saw with Davante Adams, where he'll check off the play at the line of scrimmage and just have, like, a sign with his wide receiver and Davante Adams, and he'll just tell Davante Adams to get open and just sort of, like, you know, run a fade, or they have, like, some sort of route to signal into. And that's pretty much what that Garrett Wilson touchdown was. Is it looks like it was more of Garrett Wilson doing something in the flat, and then he kind of checked it into something a little bit deeper into a fade, and that's how that touchdown was scored. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of that. So Garrett Wilson's really really exciting. Also, the Rate My Team stuff is, like, also, like, I don't know, on a scale from, like, 1 to 10. I mean, I do appreciate you putting it in a nice format here. So it's Hurts, Waddle, Amari Cooper, Pollard, Madison, Pitts, Superflex League. It's tough to know without knowing your bench. I've never been a big fan of Alexander Madison, but if you got him at a decent price, I guess that's fine. It's tough to juggle in terms of Superflex. I'd say that's an okay team. Like, you're not overly stacked, but, like, Pollard, Hurts, Justin Fields, really good. Yeah, Garrett Wilson motion TDs are going to be lethal. I had a stat that I posted on Twitter the other day, but Nathaniel Hackett's been, I think it was like 1st, 4th, and 7th in pass rate over expected in the red zone his 3 years with the Packers. Like, they're going to pass a lot in close, and Garrett Wilson's going to be the first read on all of those. Like, Garrett Wilson, to me, has legitimate league-leading receiving touchdown upside here. But let's That's truly the issue, and I don't mean anything by it. I know it's, you know, it's that time of year where, like, people want me to rate their teams, and I want to satisfy you guys. But they are tough, man. When they're super, super long, it's tough, dude. It's tough. Name a bigger rivalry than Ron and rating teams. Like, I do it for the people, man. I do it for the people. But yeah, it's not my favorite. Because it's just really hard, man, without knowing the team, like, without seeing the entire league, without seeing it on the app and what it looks like. It's just really tough, man. And it's just like, I'm not going to tell you to like make a trade. I'm never really making a trade until the season starts. Even though I shouldn't say that for content. 10 PPR tight end premium 1 flex. I'm going to answer this one super chat. I'm going to answer the next super chat as well from Otropic, and then I'm going to hop on out of here because I do have a video that I want to post as soon as I get out of here. 10 team PPR tight end premium. Allen, Bijan, Saquon, Andrews, Godwin, London, Lockett. Yeah, it's a sweet like double hero RB with a bunch of no, I think that you're fine. I think that those wide receivers will pull through. If you have to make a trade, I think that you could trade like Swift or Bijan into a wide receiver. But I think that you look decent. Should I go Hill and Jacobs or a wide receiver? 3 wide receiver. It depends on what wide receivers are available. But you can't. I don't love Jacobs in the middle of the second. It depends on who's available though. Like I'll take Jacobs. I think you can make the case to take Jacobs over like your Devonta Smiths of the world. But that's gonna do it. Let's actually look at this team real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here. But we did a Rottweiler $350 draft. We went with A-Rich, Russell Wilson, Jordan Love is our 3 QBs here. We have Jahmyr Gibbs, J.K. Dobbins, Rachaad White, Devin Achane, Deonta Foreman, Ty Chandler as our 6 running backs. Adams, Christian Watson, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, Romeo Doubs, Alec Pierce, Rashid Shaheed, and then Travis Kelce and Michael Mayer here on the bottom. We got a ton of correlation in here as well, where we have Richardson stacked to Alec Pierce with a Devontae Adams Week 17 bring back, which even in these smaller tournaments, I think that Week 17 is still important to stack. We have Russell Wilson stacked to Jerry Jeudy. No Chargers bring back, sadly. And then we have Jordan Love stacked to Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs with a Ty Chandler bring back. So that's a really fun team. I do appreciate you guys coming on here, checking out the stream. I promise we'll have a longer stream tomorrow, but I'm going to end this live stream and then post a video. So make sure you check it out. I'm going to post it like right now. If you guys like pretty much flood to it, it'll do us nicely in the algorithm. Actually, damn, it's 10:30. I keep doing this where I'm like, all right, I'm going to post it as soon as I'm done here. But I might just post it tomorrow. So I'm trying to think. I have 2 videos ready to go right now. I can either post one right now and then post one tomorrow around like noon. Or because I'm just trying to figure out when I would stream tomorrow. Because then I could, or I could post one tomorrow morning, post another like maybe around like 3 or 4, and then stream tomorrow night, which could be a thing. I have two videos ready to go right now. Man, yeah, dude, it's that time of the year. I think I'm just going to post it. It's not too late. It's like, what, 10:30? If it's below 11 p.m. or before 11 p.m., why not post it? We also have people on the West Coast that are going to be, are going to be way earlier or whatever. I'm just trying to think through the videos that I have to post right now. All right. I think that this works. I think that we'll post it. Stacking Jerry Jeudy with Russell Wilson, stupid as hell. I guess Warrior Loft. I'm not sure you quite understand how stacking works here, brother. I'm not West Coast, no. But yeah, what is it, like 7 p.m. West Coast right now? All right, I'm going to get out of here. Whoever does that's going to lose. We'll see Warrior Loft. I got some decent wins to my belt. Before I go here, I got one thing to say to Warrior Loft. Kiss my ring, Warrior Loft. Kiss my ring. Kiss my ring. Let me know when you got one of those. I'm just kidding, man. It's all in good fun. I get it, man. If Russell Wilson, Jerry Jeudy aren't your cup of tea, it's all good. I've drafted over 300 teams. I don't do it on every single one of them. But I appreciate you guys coming out here. I love y'all. Of course, we just drafted on Underdog. Make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code RON. They'll match your deposit up to $100 when you use promo code RON. There's a link in the description, live chat, comment section down below. It'll be pinned at the top. You click it. It'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code RON. You'll hop on here. You'll get into some drafts with us. We're going to be drafting all summer long. I am August. I appreciate y'all coming out here. And I will see you guys in the next one.